What is going on, everyone? Primal Thunder here. Welcome back to my Pokemon Go event tips and tricks. Can't really come up with a good enough name for this series, so I'll just call it what it is. We are covering the second major event of the season of Alola. The Festival of Colors. Just like the Festival of Lights, it is a global event that has bonuses in India, where the actual holiday originates. This is a yearly event, but similar to what they did with the Day of the Dead, they're making part of the event global, but still giving bonuses to the people who live in those countries. In this case, we have the Festival of Colors lasting from Tuesday, March 15th to Sunday, March 20th. So a 5-day event. So for global event bonuses, lure modules activated will last for 3 hours. That's always nice. And take a few snapshots every day of the event for a surprise. And obviously it has an asterisk there, thus meaning we could find a shiny Pokemon from those encounters. It may seem a little early to do right after Johto Tour, but I think there's a very good chance that we could get shiny Smeargle again. That is because Smeargle is a very color-oriented Pokemon, since it's known as the painting Pokemon, and painting is all about colors and stuff. And we are getting the debut of Oricorio. And they are going to be regional. The Byleth-style Oricorio will be appearing in Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. That is because the Byleth style is based on flamenco dancers. Flamenco dancing is typically done in Spain, but there are also other countries in those areas that have similar things in their culture. The pom-pom style will be spawning in the Americas. This is because that pom-poms are associated with cheerleading. And almost every single school in America has a cheerleading squad. The POW style Oricorio is very interesting because it will only be appearing in the African, Asian, Pacific, and Caribbean islands. So this is an island regional. We've had regionals like Corsola that are only available on the coastline of certain things, but we've never had a regional that only spawns in islands. I think that's very interesting, and it makes sense because the POW is based on hula dancers, which are special dancers from Hawaii, which is of course an island in that region. And the Sensu style will be appearing in the Asian Pacific region. This makes sense because I don't remember what the exact dance is called, but it is a Japanese style dance that involves fans. And their types are different. They're all flying types, but the Byleth style is a fire type. The pom-pom style is an electric type. The POW style, I think, is either a psychic type or a fairy type. I forget. And the Sensu style is a ghost type. So depending on where you are in the world, they are featured spawns, and depending on where you are in the world, you will be getting one of these forms. And this is the second event in a row where we will get a collection challenge. You guys know how I love collection challenges. I have a video planned for one pretty soon about them. And it'll feature a colorful collection challenge, which will probably require you to collect all the spawns of the event. Not only will completing the collection challenges contribute to your Elite Collector medal, it will also reward you with 20,000 XP, 3,000 Stardust, and an encounter with an Oricorio based on your region. The Oricorio you get an encounter with completely depends on when you complete the collection challenge. Not when, where. So I guess that means if I started the collection challenge, like, here in America where I live, and if I moved to, let's say, Europe, or UK, for example, originally I would get the pom-pom style. But I guess if I travel to the UK while I complete this challenge, I'll get the Byleth style, which is pretty cool. So the Oricorio you get as an encounter is based on your location. The wild encounters are looking pretty cool. We have Drowsy, Horsey, Gligar, Slugma, Tailo, Trapinch, Turtwig for the trillionth time, Krogunk, Fletchling, and the Oricorio depending on where you are. All these spawns are pretty good. Drowsy evolving into Hypno is pretty good on the Great League and is a full odds shiny. Horsey evolving into Kingdra is pretty good in the Ultra League and it's a full odds shiny. I don't know if Gligar into Gliscor is good for anything, but it does have a high shiny rate, 1 in 64. Slugma into Macargo is pretty good in the Great League, and it has a full odds shiny. Tailo into Swellow is not really good for anything. It's a full odds shiny, and I already have that family completed, so I'm probably not going to grind too hard for that unless it's part of the collection challenge, obviously. Trapinch into Flygon. Flygon is pretty good for PvP, specifically the Great League. It's a full odds shiny, and it has had a community day in the past, so if you want, you can teach it the legacy move. Turtwig into Torterra, I'm pretty sure is really good in Ultra League. Also, you need to give it the Elite TM to give it Frenzy Plant, its Calm Day move, and it's going to be pretty good. It's a full odds shiny. Krogunk into Toxicroak is pretty good for Great League. Pretty sure it's also good for Ultra League Classic, but I'm pretty sure it's good for Ultra League Premier Cup, but you're gonna need XL candies for that, I think. Fletchling into Talonflame is really good for Great League, but if you want to make Talonflame viable, you're gonna have to teach it the Community Day Legacy move, Incinerate with an Elite Fast TM, and it's a full odds shiny. And the Oricorios can't be shiny because they're just coming out. So this is pretty cool because all of the spawns can be shiny, well, except for the Oricorios, but that's to be expected. And if you're lucky, you might find Beautyfly, Dustox, or Alola. Beautyfly and Dustox are not really good for much, but if you ever want to do some of those tricks where during spotlight hours or events where you get double XP for evolving Pokemon, I recommend you stock up on Wurmples. Because Wurmples are an incredibly cheap Pokemon to evolve. Being they only require 12 Pokemon to evolve. So if you have events or spotlight hours where you get double or triple XP for evolving Pokemon, that's a really easy Pokemon to evolve because it's pretty much instant XP. And Beautyfly and Dustox as final evolutions will give you 10 Wurmple candy per catching them. Yes, that's almost one evolution per catch. And as an evolved Pokemon, you'll also get bonus Stardust for catching them too. And Alola Mola, like Gligar, is also a perma-boosted shiny. Raids will have the following: Jigglypuff, Torchic, Trico, Mudkip, and Rockruff. All of those can be shiny. 3-star rates will include Marowak, Alolan Marowak, that's a boosted shiny. Chansey, boosted shiny. Umbreon, I don't know, it is able to be shiny in the wild. I don't know why the icon's not there. And Druddigon, pretty sure that's a boosted shiny as well. 5-star raids will be the Therian form Tornadus. Yes, they dropped the shiny genies last year during the season of Legends. And now, an entire year later for the season of Alola, they're dropping the shiny Therian forms. Which I think is pretty cool. Mega Lopunny will be the Mega Raid boss, which is probably the worst Mega in the game up to this point. But if you really need Mega Energy, then you could raid it, like for your Pokédex. But yeah. Field Research Tasks, we will have a lot of Field Research Task encounters, which will be Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander, Alolan Grimer, high shiny rate, Cast Form, all 4 cast forms, and the Burmese. Keep in mind that only the regular cast form and the rain cast form can be shiny. We may have to wait for another Weather Week event to drop sunny or snowy, but it's cool. And the Burmese are going to be there, which have very rare shinies, so yeah. And if you're lucky, you might find tasks that give you your Oricorio. And complete certain field research tasks, which give you Mega Energy for the Kanto starters. So yeah. And we'll have new avatar items, which will give you some very colorful t-shirts there. Some colorful wristbands. It's going to be cool. So yes, this is the picture for the event. I think it looks very good. I love how each Oricorio has their own individual background. I love how each Oricorio has a different background, which gives you a hint of where they're going to be appearing. And also, there will also be bonuses that happen only to India. They're dropping a new feature called Regional Challenges. Regional Challenges are like global challenges, but they can only be done in certain parts of the world. Trainers in India will only have access to this challenge. And I'm pretty sure that if trainers in India complete this challenge of catching 2 million Pokemon, they will get the bonus of, I think, triple Stardust. Alright guys, so that's the event, and this is Primal Thunder signing off. Peace.